Vietnam was the first true helicopter war. From the iconic Huey to the massive Chinook, these machines reshaped combat forever. Utility troop transport and Slick's Bell UH-1 Iroquois, the legendary aircraft that became the symbol of the entire war. Most people simply called it the Huey. It carried troops into hot landing zones and evacuated the wounded under fire. This helicopter formed the backbone of American air mobility operations. Sikorsky H-34 Choctaw and Seahorse, a rugged piston-engine veteran used by both the Army and the Marine Corps. Its tall profile made it instantly recognizable on the flight line. It was tough, dependable, and capable of lifting heavy loads through hot jungle air. Piasecki CH-21 Shawnee. Nicknamed the Flying Banana because of its curved fuselage, it was one of the first heavy-lift helicopters used in Vietnam. Despite its unusual look, the design was practical and reliable. It moved troops and supplies where other aircraft simply could not operate. Sikorsky H-19 Chickasaw, a true pioneer of helicopter warfare. Its engine was mounted in the nose, an unusual design choice at the time. This layout helped define future air mobility helicopter designs. Piasecki HUP Retriever, a compact helicopter built specifically for shipboard operations. It excelled at rescuing downed pilots from the water. Its small size allowed it to land easily on tight naval decks. Attack helicopters and gunships. Bell AH-1 Cobra, the world's first purpose-built attack helicopter. Sleek, fast, and deadly, it provided close fire support for ground troops. Its narrow two-seat cockpit and heavy armament made it a game-changer. Armed CH-47 gunship variants. Only a handful of these flying fortresses were ever built. They carried cannons and rockets to clear landing zones for transport helicopters. Massive, intimidating, and extremely rare. Observation, scout, and reconnaissance. Hughes OH-6 Cayuse, known to pilots as the Loach, small, agile, and extremely hard to hit. It flew low over jungle canopies to locate enemy positions. Bell OH-58 Kiowa, a reliable scout and observation helicopter. It worked closely with ground units to coordinate artillery and airstrikes. Quiet and efficient during later stages of the war. Bell OH-13 Sioux, famous for its bubble canopy. It was used for observation, casualty evacuation, and spotting missions. Though it looked fragile, it saved countless lives near the front lines. Hiller OH-23 Raven, an early light observation helicopter. It served both as a trainer and a scout. Its simple design made it easy to maintain in harsh field conditions. Medium and heavy lift cargo. Boeing CH-47 Chinook, a tandem rotor giant and the backbone of heavy lift operations. It moved artillery, fuel, and supplies across Vietnam. Its continued service today proves just how capable it remains. Boeing Vertol CH-46 Sea Knight, the primary transport helicopter of the Marine Corps. It moved Marine squads from ships to shore. Its twin rotors provided excellent stability in difficult weather. Sikorsky CH-53C Sea Stallion, a massive heavy-lift helicopter built for the toughest missions. It recovered downed aircraft and transported vehicles. One of the most powerful helicopters of the war. Sikorsky CH-54 Tarhe, better known as the Sky Crane. This skeletal helicopter was designed to carry enormous external loads. It could lift vehicles, structures, and heavy equipment with precision. Sikorsky CH-37 Mojave, one of the last great piston-powered heavy helicopters. Its engines were housed in large external pods, extremely powerful but also incredibly loud. Combat Search and Rescue. Sikorsky HH-3 Jolly Green Giant, the Air Force's primary combat rescue helicopter. It flew deep into hostile territory to recover downed airmen. Its long range, armor, and endurance made it a true lifesaver. Next is the Sikorsky HH-53 Super Jolly Green Giant, a larger and far more powerful rescue helicopter. It was fitted with aerial refueling probes, allowing extremely long-range missions. Built to survive intense ground fire, it pushed deep into hostile territory to recover stranded crews. Kaman HH-43 Husky, a very distinctive rescue helicopter with intermeshing rotors. It was commonly used for firefighting and crash rescue near air bases. Its wooden rotor blades produced a unique rhythmic sound that crews instantly recognized. Sikorsky SH-3 Sea King, primarily designed for anti-submarine warfare, but also vital in search and rescue roles. Large, stable, and highly reliable. reliable. In emergencies, it could even land directly on the water to recover survivors. Kaman SH-2 Sea Sprite, a versatile ship-based helicopter used by the Navy. It performed utility missions, scouting, and rescue operations. Its compact size made it ideal for landing on small destroyer and cruiser decks. Sikorsky HH-52 Sea Guard, an amphibious helicopter operated by the Coast Guard. It played a key role in coastal and Gulf search and rescue missions. Its boat-shaped hull allowed it to land on water and remain stable in rough seas. Reliable and adaptable, it became a trusted life-saving aircraft. Specialized drones and covert platforms. Gyrodyne QH-50-, a remotely controlled drone helicopter. It was designed to carry and deploy torpedoes from naval ships against submarines. This was one of the earliest uses of unmanned aerial systems in a combat environment. Civilian and contractor aircraft in theater. Bell 204, the civilian designation of early Huey models. It was widely used by contractors and government agencies. These helicopters helped move supplies when military aircraft were stretched thin. Bell 205, a larger civilian Huey variant with more power and internal space. It carried additional cargo or passengers with ease, highly valued for logistics and VIP transport due to its versatility and reliability. Sikorsky S-58, the civilian counterpart to the military Choctaw, used for construction, transport, and heavy utility work. It proved that military helicopter designs could thrive in commercial roles. Sikorsky S-61, the commercial version of the Sea King. It was widely used to transport workers and cargo to offshore platforms and remote locations. Its strong lift capability and spacious cabin made it ideal for demanding operations. Known for its reliability, it became a favorite in the region. Hughes 500, the civilian version of the OH-6 Cayuse. Fast, light, and extremely maneuverable. It was used by private operators and government agencies for specialized missions. Boeing Vertol 107, the commercial counterpart to the CH-46 Sea Knight. It served as a medium-lift transport helicopter. Its tandem rotors made it excellent for carrying heavy cargo in confined spaces.